Google Earth Chrome is a very powerful mapping engine. We're looking at Cal State Northridge here, and it's taken satellite imagery and put it onto Cartesian coordinates to be able to represent it with latitude and longitude. So here we are looking at the Oviatt Library. There is the North Ridge, by which Northridge gets its name. It's basically the Santa Susana Mountains and, of course, the San Gabriel Mountains over there. So you can move around by just taking your mouse and just clicking and dragging around campus, like over here is a College of Education building. And then you can zoom into by moving your mouse forward, or zoom back by moving your mouse back. Then you can change the tilt by just using the shift and the up arrow or the down arrow to get different perspectives. And then also you can pivot around something, like if you want to pivot around the College of Education, you can do so by using the shift and the right arrow or the left arrow to go, again, either counterclockwise or clockwise. And so we're going to use the Google Earth Chrome here with a feature called Kml Files to start to do an investigation on infrared radiation signatures up on the landscape. So if you are looking at this assignment right here, this is assignment on energy balance and radiation, we can see that there's some NASA has satellite images from space where they've taken it with infrared cameras, and there's a collection of KML files. So click on the KML files. KML stands for Keyhole Markup Language, and these are a special type of file which can juxtapose different imagery onto an existing map. And so right now we're going to look for the one which is the surface temperature for northern Los Angeles County. So it's northern LA. I'll make sure it's not northern California. It's a very, very large file. And so you can do two things. You can just take this right here and you could download it to your desktop. Or you can search for it if you've adopted the folder in which it's contained. So when you click over on the left of Google Earth Chrome, there's a lot of different features that you can address right here. So the one we're looking for is the projects right here. And we're going to do a new project. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a new project and we're going to open Kml files. And again, if they're downloaded to your computer, you can just find it from there. Or we can, right now I'm going to say, import a KML file from the computer here. So if I just look for KML files and so forth right here, I could find on my computer where I've kept them. And right here, if I'm looking for northern LA County, hopefully I can find that one right here. So I'll just do a search here for northern and see if northern surface temperature right here, and then view it in text so you can see. So it's northern LA County. So I'm going to click on this. And what that does is that takes another file, KML file, Keyhole Markup Language file, and it puts it on top of the regular file that Google Earth provides. So we can see here, this is Point Dume. This would be Santa Monica Bay. Northridge is right in here. This is the San Fernando Valley. And so we're looking at northern LA County going out towards Palmdale. And what you're looking at is infrared imagery, which is average temperatures over the course of a year, collected by various different NASA satellites. And so we can look in at different features. So if I was to look in here at Cal State Northridge, I can zoom in here and see if I can find the campus. Or I can do a search. I'm going to do a search right here for CSUN. And now you can see that it's going to take us right there to the Cal State Northridge campus. So now you can see the buildings and you can see temperature differentials. And as you go out towards some of the streets, you can see here's Reseda Boulevard. Again, that's maybe not the orientation you're used to. You might want to look at it here from a north-south perspective. So here's Reseda running north and south. And then you can back up And there you can see that there's the San Gabriel Mountains and the Santa Susana Mountains. So you can juxtapose KML files on top of existing Google imagery that has been provided on the Google Earth app. And then, of course, you can also mark this up. So if you wanted to note various different locations, like let's say you're trying to figure out why are some locations cooler. So I can click on this and say, okay, why is it cooler right here? This is the Van Norman Dams, which is a reservoir and so forth right here. And so now we can mark those and see them in context. So if I want to click on Van Norman Dam, it should now take me right there to the Van Norman Dam, and you can see that indeed it does. So we can mark them here. You can mark up by adding a place mark, okay, by clicking on something, and or you can also add in other types of place marks and photos and so forth on top of this. So it has a lot of editing features and so forth that are very useful.